Imagine a world where scientific experiments challenge everything we think we know about reality. Even today, in an era filled with technological advancements and an incredible understanding of the universe, there are still phenomena and experiments that leave even the brightest scientists baffled. These unexplained mysteries range from bizarre occurrences in the quantum world to strange and inexplicable events in our everyday reality. In today's video, we're going to explore some of these mind-boggling mysteries. Why do particles sometimes behave like they know they're being watched? Did a ship really disappear and reappear miles away in mere moments? Why did a massive explosion in Siberia leave no crater behind? These are just some of the questions we'll dive into. So buckle up and get ready for a journey that will leave you questioning the nature of reality itself. Let's begin with the double slit experiment, a famous experiment in the world of quantum mechanics that has puzzled scientists for over a century. Imagine scientists firing tiny particles, such as electrons, through two narrow slits cut into a barrier. Behind this barrier, there is a screen that records where the particles land. Now, if these electrons behaved like tiny bullets, you'd expect to see two distinct lines on the screen, right? But that's not what happens. Instead, the electrons create an interference pattern, similar to what you'd see if you were to drop two stones into a pond and watch the ripples overlap. It's as if the electrons are not just particles, but also waves that go through both slits simultaneously and interfere with themselves. The mystery deepens when scientists place detectors at the slits to see exactly which slit each electron passes through. Suddenly, the interference pattern disappears, and the electrons behave just like particles again, creating two distinct lines on the screen. This suggests that merely observing the electrons causes them to choose a definite state. But how could particles know they're being watched? And what does this say about the nature of reality? This experiment has led to some of the most mind-bending theories in physics, including the idea that consciousness could affect the physical world and that particles might exist in multiple states at once until they are observed. Next, we venture into another quantum conundrum, Schrödinger's cat. This is not a real experiment, but a thought experiment proposed by Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935 to illustrate the strange nature of quantum mechanics. Imagine placing a cat inside a sealed box. Along with the cat, there is a radioactive atom, a Geiger counter, a vial of poison, and a hammer. If the Geiger counter detects radiation, which depends on the random decay of the atom, it triggers the hammer to break the vial, releasing the poison and killing the cat. The twist here is that until someone opens the box to check, quantum mechanics suggests that the cat is in a superposition of both alive and dead states simultaneously. Schrödinger's cat was meant to show how bizarre and counterintuitive quantum mechanics is when applied to everyday objects. It raises deep philosophical questions. Is the cat really both dead and alive at the same time? Does our observations somehow collapse these possibilities into a single reality? And if so, what does this mean for our understanding of life, death, and the fabric of the universe? Schrödinger's thought experiment continues to inspire debates among scientists and philosophers, challenging us to rethink what we know about the nature of existence. Moving on to a mystery that sounds like it came straight out of a science fiction movie, we have the Philadelphia experiment. This story is one of the most controversial and intriguing conspiracy theories of the 20th century. According to legend, in October 1943, the U.S. Navy conducted a secret experiment at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. The goal? To render the destroyer escort ship, the USS Eldridge, invisible to enemy radar. However, things reportedly went horribly wrong. Witnesses claimed that not only did the ship become invisible, but it also teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again within minutes. Even more disturbingly, some reports suggested that when the ship reappeared, some of the crew members were found embedded in the metal of the ship, and others went insane. The U.S. Navy has always denied that such an experiment ever took place, and many scientists dismiss the story as a hoax or a misunderstanding of actual military research into invisibility technology. Still, the story has persisted, fueled by speculation, conspiracy theories, and even Hollywood movies. Was this an early attempt at cloaking technology that went awry? Could it have involved time travel or teleportation? Or is it all just a myth that grew out of wartime paranoia? The Philadelphia experiment remains an unsolved mystery that captures the imagination of those who hear it. Now, let's explore a real world event that has baffled scientists for over a century: the Tunguska event. On the morning of June 30th, 1908, a massive explosion occurred near the Tunguska River in Siberia, Russia, flattening about 2,000 square kilometers of forest, an area roughly the size of a major city. The blast was so powerful that it could have destroyed a large city, and it was heard hundreds of miles away. Witnesses reported seeing a fireball in the sky, followed by a shockwave that knocked people off their feet and shattered windows as far away as 65 kilometers. Despite the enormous scale of the destruction, no impact crater was ever found, and leading scientists to speculate that the explosion was caused by an airburst, a comet or asteroid exploding in the atmosphere. However, there are still many unanswered questions. Why hasn't any significant fragment of the supposed meteorite been found? Why do some trees in the blast zone still stand upright, albeit stripped of branches? And what could have caused the reported strange lights in the sky across Europe the night before the explosion? Some alternative theories suggest everything from a small black hole passing through Earth to a test of Nikola Tesla's wireless power transmission. The Tunguska event remains a compelling mystery that challenges our understanding of cosmic phenomena and terrestrial impacts. Our next mystery revolves around a series of bizarre phenomena collectively known as the Hutchison effect, named after John Hutchison, a Canadian inventor who claimed to have discovered it in the late 1970s. According to Hutchison, by using a combination of electromagnetic fields, radio waves, and other forms of energy, he was able to produce a range of strange effects: metal objects levitating, water spontaneously boiling without heat, and metals fusing together without any visible cause. He even claimed to have witnessed objects appearing to pass through each other, which would defy known laws of physics. Videos of these experiments have circulated widely, showing objects hovering or wobbling in midair. However, despite numerous attempts, no independent laboratory has ever been able to replicate Hutchison's findings under controlled conditions, leading many to suspect that his results were either faked or the result of uncontrolled variables and experimental errors. Still, Hutchison's claims have fueled a fascination with anti-gravity technology and the potential for discovering new forms of energy manipulation. Could there be some truth to his discoveries that mainstream science is missing, or is this simply a case of wishful thinking and pseudoscience? Science has always been a quest to understand the unknown, but sometimes the deeper we dig, the more questions we find. From particles that change their behavior when observed, to ships that allegedly teleport, these mysteries challenge our very understanding of reality. They push us to think beyond the ordinary and question what we truly know about the universe. Could these inexplicable phenomena eventually be explained by science, or will they remain unsolved puzzles, lingering on the fringes of our understanding? As technology advances and our knowledge grows, we might one day unlock the secrets behind these mysteries, or we might discover even stranger ones that make these seem simple by comparison. So what do you think? Which of these mysteries fascinates you the most? Could there be a rational explanation, or is there something more at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Fact Fusion, and click the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.